Well, the 2023 VNL is back to bring fans the best of international volleyball. With us to talk about what to expect and why they cannot miss this one-of-a-kind event is volleyball analyst Ayel Estrañero. Ayel, you've been studying. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready for the test.
Always ready. Ayel comes in ready all the time.
All right. So, question number one. Dito sa quiz natin ngayon. The Philippine leg is just a part of this entire season. Why is this leg important? There are wrong answers, Ayel. So, tell us what you think.
It's actually the third leg. So, they've been playing for the past month already. It's the final phase of the preliminary round. So by the end of the week, we'll get to know who the final 8 will be, who will be moving forward in the final phase of the tournament. But why it is gonna be very exciting? It's because 6 out of 8 teams, 6 out of the top 8 teams currently in VNL are here. You have Brazil, Japan, Slovenia, Poland, Italy, Argentina, and you also have Canada and China playing the Philippines. It's like a preview of Olympics. Kasi hindi na sila top 8 sa VNL eh. They're also in the top in the world rankings.
Yeah, that's why we said, right? We've been saying it's not just a leg, it's not just a stop. It is the final stop prior to the final phase, which will be in Poland, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. It is but fair, Paolo, because we asked Neil yesterday about his experience from last year. Before we get to the storylines for this year, Ayel, you and I watched the VNL a lot together last year. Don't tell them about my shrieking. But please tell us, what did you enjoy from that experience, from the spectacle? What are your takeaways, and what can Filipinos expect, do you think, especially the first-timers this year?
Exactly. It's not every year that you get to watch a world-class quality volleyball. And we got to experience it last year with both men's and women's coming in. But right now, it's just the men's division coming in this year, but still exciting because again, they are in the top rankings in the world. And also, our takeaway here is that, syempre men's, we want to be able for Filipinos to realize na ito rin yung quality ng men's volleyball, and they want it to translate also on how they support the local scene of men's volleyball. But just watching it, the system, the players, Olympians, so world-class players playing in European leagues, the leagues that you can't really watch. And sometimes it's even hard to watch on live stream. And right now, they're here playing live.
Yeah, it's crazy. And, you know, you're not alone in that. Kasi yung fans that come out, grabe yung support nila for all of the athletes that did come here. It's like a party environment. It is for sure. I actually got to see a few games as well last time around, and it feels like a continuation of that here. Let's take a look at some of the stories to watch out for, because a lot of people, especially the fan favorites, Japan, are keeping an eye on them. What makes them special this time around? Because they've had a great VNL so far.
Oh, so far undefeated. They had a couple of upset, and one of the biggest is against Brazil, who is currently 3rd in the world rankings. Currently, Japan is 6th in the rankings. So that's the reason why medyo tumaas din. Last time they were just 7th, and then right now they're 6th in the rankings. But Japan, they have crowd favorites, Nishida, Takahashi, Ishikawa playing. So I think also there's sort of that Filipinos being able to relate to their system, because somehow, syempre, Asian system pa rin, they know how to analyze, they know how to watch the game of Japan as well.
That's what I like about what you said and what Neil said yesterday. This is not just a popular team. They're coming in undefeated here, you know, as opposed to last year, the ones who watched them for the first time, it was popular, they're good, they're popular, but this time they're undefeated. Who else are we looking out for, in your opinion?
Well, definitely we're gonna look at Brazil, Poland, also
the number
Poland, number one team in the world rankings, also won the VNL and actually second during 2021 VNL. Brazil was the champion during that time. But also Argentina, Italy, again, these are the top teams. So this is a crucial stretch. Every game is very important for placements, for rankings for them. So it's just really exciting that we just don't get to watch it like, example, if it's just the first leg na hindi pa ganun ka crucial.
Right.
So you
mistakes
exactly.
talaga.
So you're gonna expect really high quality and crucial games like earlier Brazil playing against Italy, wherein Italy won against Brazil. So right now, Italy was able to get a higher rank and same rankings at sila, winless record with Brazil, Slovenia, and Poland.
Which is 6-2, 6-2.
Win-loss record.
Okay.
You know, it feels like the margins are so small when it comes to these teams. And again, even if we say like a team number 3, like Brazil, who played against Italy's team number 7, at least rankings-wise, it doesn't really matter.
Exactly, doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter as much. And right now, if you're a Brazil fan and you're trying to figure out whether or not, okay, is there a revenge game coming up? They have a good one against Poland coming up very soon, which is going to be a repeat of a 2021 championship matchup.
No, exactly. And again, it's crucial. Both teams in the top of the rankings and both teams very offensive mindset. And the good thing about this also is that the skill sets of these players are really high. And offensively, andun na talaga, they have the height, they have the speed. So whoever will be more defensively minded, there's the higher chances of getting the game.
Right.
Like what Italy did earlier.
Yeah, and for those who missed out, they just concluded it maybe around 30, 40 minutes ago that, as Ayel mentioned, Italy won over Brazil. That was via a comeback. And in one of the interviews during the game, Ayel, the player was talking about the possibility of jet lag affecting their game, which is another part of this, the component of this VNL because of all the traveling. Brazil, the higher ranked team, suffered the loss. They were ahead a set, and then they said, at least according to them, jet lag kicked in. What are your thoughts on that game earlier?
That's very possible. They've been traveling for the past months in different countries. And just to add on to what we talked about earlier, why this is exciting, it's because there's also an ongoing VNL in USA,
right,
wherein the lower seeded teams are playing. That's why we are so lucky. Philippines is so lucky that we have most of the top 8 teams playing in the Philippines right now.
And it's all because of what happened last year. Luck has a lot to do with it, but because of what they saw and the response last year, that's why they're also here.
Yeah, I mean, like the atmosphere that the fans created. In other words, fans, please go out and create an even bigger atmosphere when it comes to that. Now, a lot of people are going to be excited to see individuals as well. Now, in particular, a guy named Ran Takahashi, I think a crowd favorite, and he's not just a crowd favorite. He's been doing well. If I'm not mistaken, he's the first player to score over 30 points in the 2023
and playing later.
And playing later
in
against
30 minutes.
China.
Right.
And you said that a player who has been really performing well, third overall as a best scorer and third also in terms of best spiking. So an overall player talaga, especially as an outside hitter, a good support to Ishikawa as the captain of Japan.
Any quick thoughts on the match later against 25th ranked China? Am I correct? Yeah.
Well, they're saying that China still has a chance to play neck and neck with Japan. But again, Japan is coming in with a lot of confidence and a lot of momentum. Top 8 of the ranking so far. And aside from that, what's also interesting is Japan playing Netherlands because Ishikawa is second as a best scorer currently, and they're playing against one of the opposite attackers of Netherlands in Emir.
So it's going to be really interesting to see that matchup in particular. And you mentioned must-watch. You can catch all of that on the Pilipinas Live app. You can find that on the Apple Store and Google Play. And subscription is 99 pesos per month and allows you to catch the VNL, PVL, PBA, and so much more. So download that today. Ayel, maraming salamat. Really appreciate you.
We'll see you at the games.
Yes, we will.
And you did pass the test. As always, flying colors. And after the break, we'll talk about some courtside stories from the UAAP and the PVL. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. Welcome back to the game. In the first week of the PVL Invitational Conference, we witnessed a couple of rookies make their debut from the UAP to the pros. And among them are Season 85 superstars from LaSalle and FEU. And we will hear some of those courtside stories from UAAP Season 85 correspondent and now PVL insider and valedictorian.
Oh my goodness.
Today.
Oh my
Kylla
goodness.
Castillo, congratulations. Graduating, right? You just graduated. And
No, I'm gonna graduate this July,
You
27th.
27.
My
Okay.
birthday too, so that's gonna be lucky for both of us. Congratulations on
Thank
the
you,
graduation and valedictorian. That aside, you haven't started and you haven't made your pro debut yet.
Hindi pa.
But apparently, you've already had encounters with some players. You're destined to do this league.
Actually, just yesterday, nasa LTO ako. Yes, big girl na tayo. Kuha tayo ng student license.
And nag-graduate ka na so might as well.
Yeah, so, paglingon ko, nakita ko, si Mars Alto. Si Mars nga! So, lapit ako sa kanya, sabi ko,
Klaruin lang natin hindi naman nagtatrabaho sa LTO.
hindi naman, hindi naman.
Sideline sila.
Nag-iintay din. Kumukuha pala for motor.
Okay,
Ayun,
okay,
sabi
okay,
ko,
okay.
I introduced myself, sabi ko, uy, hi! Courtside reporter ako sa PVL. Tapos yung mukha niya parang, ay, yes. And then sabi ko, nag-courtside din ako for UAAP Season 85 from FEU. Tapos sabi niya, yeah, nice meeting you. Tapos syempre, classic Gen Z, 0.5 kami. Ayun lang naman. Tapos she was with Jolina De La Cruz.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect. So I mean like
Mag-partner talaga yung dalawa pa. Mag-guest dito, magkasama.
Oo,
sa LTO, magkasama.
True, LTO magkasama. Inseparable. I think yan yung takeaway natin
Perfect.
doon. Oo. No, kanina we were also talking about, actually sa intro, we mentioned that moving from the UAP to the pros, technically, it's not just the players, ikaw rin. Alright? When you look at this opportunity, looking at all the players that you actually did get to work with and seeing them sa ibang stage rin, how does that make you feel na kasabay mo sila going up into the pros?
Alam mo, actually, very surreal pa rin yung pakiramdam para sa akin. And players, with these athletes. And it's very exciting na I will get to join them in this brand new experience and grow with them along the journey.
All right, we talked about this during the meeting, right? Your vision kind of expanding from before just players from your school, but now you're talking about players from different teams. But let's talk about the ones from your school first, because they also made their debut. Jo Fernandez had a great year in FEU, now moved into the pros. She was here on our show before and said that Tina Salak had a lot to do with her going to the pros. So I want your takeaway for Jobs. And of course, your stories about Tina. I'm sure you're going to miss Coach Tina too.
So actually, nung debut ni Jov, ayan, nag-chat kami on IG. Ayan, classic chika. Tas, ayan, I miss you, I'm proud of you. So, I would like to say na super happy ako for Jov. And nagkaroon kami ng mini emotional moment kasi I remember the last time I talked to Jov, it was yung last game namin for UAAP, last game nila. And she told me na sobrang laki ng naging changes sa kanyang self-confidence. And ang malaking role dito is si Coach Tina. Dati-rate, si Jov Fernandez daw, nakayuko maglakad, laging, mamaya na lang, hindi na. But now, she's more than ready to, just grab every opportunity that will go her way, and she owes it, as she says, to Coach Tina. And dahil nga sa very sudden na pag-alis ni Coach Tina, a lot of the players were devastated. But they told me, nung bumisita ako recently sa FEU, na ang kagandahan, may mababaon sila from Coach Tina. And her legacy as their coach, as their mentor, will forever be with them kahit na wala na dito sa Pilipinas si Coach Tina.
Alam mo, that was actually, yung na-mention mo kanina, it's only because you had the opportunity to work alongside of them during your run as a UAP correspondent. And right now, there is now a search for the new upcoming talent for the next season.
New batch.
The new batch, the new victims? No, new batch here. Pero when you take a look at what you've experienced, what advice can you give those aspiring correspondents who...
Just really be yourself. And siguro wag natin siya titignan as simpleng opportunity na trabaho lang. It is an opportunity to meet real people with real stories. And pagkatapos ng UAAP, itong mga taong to magiging parte ng tinatawag mong family. And this is what I've felt with the entire teams. Kahit saglit ko lang silang nakasama, they really welcomed me into their world, into their families. And it's really nice to feel seen, heard, and to belong.
And speaking of, we welcome you to the PVL family. Your family just got bigger, so you have the unique opportunity of covering and talking and telling stories of a different group of athletes naman. So congratulations to you. Congratulations for the graduation and valedictorian.
Valedictorian.
And we will see you July 11, I think is your first game.
Yes, it's a carry and charity.
Right, in the PVL. And as Paolo mentioned, be part of that family that will fuel the future as a UAAP Season 86 correspondent. And here's how you can send in your applications.
Hi, it's your girl from Moraita, Kylla Castillo, your UAAP Season 85 correspondent from Far Eastern University. UAAP Season 86 is fast approaching and the sidelines are waiting for you. Just when I thought I've reached my peak, UAAP happened and brought me to greater heights. I've met a lot of beautiful people, legends even, with beautiful stories which I got the privilege of sharing with the world. And now you got the chance to do that as well. So if you're 18 to 23 years old studying in any UAAP school, ano pang hinihintay mo? Someday is now. Submit your latest CV and a 90-second video headshot introducing yourself and explaining why you want to be the next UAAP correspondent. Make sure to submit it at uaap@signaltv.com.ph on or before August 1, 2023. Do you have what it takes? Definitely. Just gotta believe.
Ang galing ng promo ni Kylla.
Ang bilis niya.
Oh, ang bilis din niya.
Valedictorian talaga. Ang galing eh.
Kylla, really appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. And of course, thank you
Thank you,
for the last season sa UAP. And we're excited to see you in the PVL. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Blumenthal.
So after the break, we'll shift to the national team as we take a look at the journey of the Gilas pool's youngest member, Rhenz Abando. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game.
Rhenz Abando never realized that joining the national team was even a possibility for him. Growing up in Pangasinan, all he wanted was to play basketball with no clear objective of what he was trying to accomplish.
Ako actually, nung bata ako, hindi naman talaga ako nangarap na kahit nga makapag-college sa malalaking university sa Manila. Basta ako lang nung bata lang ako, naglalaro lang ako kung saan ako dalhin. Doon lang, nung college ako, naglaro lang din ako sa Pangasinan.
Luckily for him, a professional basketball player and Chris Calagio became his coach, which opened doors for the young Abando.
Hindi rin ako nag-expect Nagkataon lang na si Coach Chris Calagio yung naging coach ko. So mas marami akong naging experience. Mas advanced ako sa ibang player sa probinsya. So basta naglaro lang ako ng naglaro. Hindi ko rin talaga in-expect na kahit nga sa college. Kaya sabi ko sa Manila, hindi ko in-expect. Kahit din tong World Cup, hindi ko rin in-expect na makasama ko sa pool.
After playing in UST and winning championships with Letran, Abando made a big enough name for himself to make a Gilas Pilipinas call-up inevitable.
Talagang sabi ko na, parang iukit ko na yung kahit sabihin natin na kahit anong mangyari, talagang sabi ko kukunin ko tong taon na to para after ko man dito, sabi ko sa mga teammate ko, kahit ikwento mo ako sa magiging anak mo or sa magiging apo mo, ganun, kasama mo ako nun na nag-champion kahit i-search nila sa Google.
Abando's Gilas Pilipinas stint has not been a smooth ride. The first time he joined the team was during the Asian qualifiers, and back then, it was a very young squad handled by Coach Nenad Vucinic.
Kung dito ka lang din talaga kung dito lang sa Pilipinas, parang okay na ako Pero nung nakapaglaro sa New Zealand, ayun, talagang ang dami ko pang kulang, lalo-lalo na sa katawan ko, sa skills, ayun. So, ayun, doon ako namulat talaga na malayo pa talaga. Marami pang kailangan.
In that version of Gilas, Abando was the least experienced in international basketball and in the Gilas system as well. As a result, he found it difficult to get consistent playing time, and he admits it built some frustration that he had to battle with.
Kita naman sa lineups, maraming experience yung kapwestuhan ko noon, so mas madali tanggapin.
Abando then found himself in Korea, where he helped his team win a championship. With their season not starting until October, Abando decided to make himself available once again for Gilas duties.
Para sa bayan na din talaga kasi ang hirap naman tanggihan para sa bayan, and available din naman ako, off-season din naman, so why not, di ba? It's an honor kasi rin to kumbaga World Cup to kung mapasama man ako sa Final 12, marami akong matututunan. Syempre, mga kakalaban namin is mga malalakas din na team, so for sure marami kayong matututunan dito.
Whatever happens moving forward, should he make the Final 12 or not for the World Cup, Abando knows that joining the team's European training camp is a big move for his professional basketball career. From Kaunas, Lithuania, Carlo Comentuan.
The stage is set for a classic rematch at the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup between Gilas Pilipinas and Angola. That's August 27 at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Back in the 2019 edition of the World Cup, the Angolans edged out the Filipinos in an 84-81 overtime victory. Here's how you can catch the showdown live and in person to be a part of basketball history.
Watching the FIBA World Cup live and in person. Buy your single-day pass and get access to 2 live games of the FIBA Basketball World Cup for as low as 999 pesos. Enjoy this world-class game viewing experience for the entire family and witness the greatest basketball athletes in the world compete for as low as 999 pesos for 2 games. Head to philippines.worldcup.basketball for more information, ticket types, seat information, and other special offers. Be a part of Philippine basketball history and buy your tickets today.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
And I'm Paulo De Rosario. This has been The Game.